Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. A person who possesses patience, he is a righteous person. He is the happiest person in the world. Because patience gives a person longevity. He can always lead his life successfully when he possesses the quality of patience. Patience is very much needed, otherwise he will go in depressed way, oppressed or depressed or suppressed way to lead his life without meaningful. Therefore, whether it is good or bad, whatever the things happens for the best. When you think such a way, it will yield you good fruits. Basing on this today, I take the topic patience is the greatest prayer. Let us start with prayer. Gangadharaya Somaya Namo Hariharatmane Ugraya Tripuragnaya Vamadevaya Mangalam. New is eternal. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds? And to be still means to be patient. All meditation is waiting. All prayer is infinite patience. The whole of religion consists in not allowing the mind to create more problems for you. So many things, simple things, which even animals enjoy, which even trees enjoy, man cannot enjoy, because immediately they become problems. And how can you enjoy a problem? The journey is vast and you cannot be in a hurry. If you are in a hurry, you will never be able to move to other shore. Be able to move to the other shore. The journey is timeless. Great patience is needed. Infinite patience is needed. Nirvana cannot be something instant. Remember one thing. Don't do anything in the moment of anger. Wait. Just give it a little time and wait. And you will be surprised. And one day you will understand that if you can wait enough, anger itself becomes compassion. It is a wheel. It is moving on its own. You are in a hurry. Just as night becomes day, if you can wait a little, the same energy, just patience, has to be added to it, nothing else. You try it. Speed is one of the great diseases of the modern man, because it has made impossible many things which can happen only in patience. Love grows in patience, but you are so speedy. Only divers can grow out of it. With your speed, love is non-essential. It needs patience. On your part, great patience is needed, and a trust that the whole existence is in support of all those who are trying to grow spiritually. It is existence who through you is trying to reach to its utmost heights. Remain joyous. Wait with great love. Everything takes its own time. Impatience makes no sense. Patience is a way of existence. Remain relaxed, because the more excited you become, the farther away is the goal. The experience is going to happen only when you are utterly silent. Just a pool of silence. Your whole energy is so relaxed as if it is absent. When you have become just a zero, you become a womb. And out of this nothingness is born your original, your authentic reality. The universe is of the quality of the ocean, and seeker is still a drop. The finite meeting is infinite. Much patience is needed. Infinite patience is needed. Hurry won't help. If you are in a hurry, if you are in a haste, you will never know the taste of meditation. The taste of meditation needs great patience, infinite patience. Meditation is simple, but you have become so complex that to relax it will take time. It is not the meditation that is taking time. Let me remind you again, it is your complex mind. It has to be brought down to a rest, to a relaxed state. That takes time. A seeker trusts, he hopes, he can wait infinitely. He has patience and he goes on seeking. Not that every step leads to the goal. Sometimes he is moving in just opposite direction. But even moving in the opposite direction, one learns. Even erring is a part of learning. Nobody can learn if they are very much afraid of being in error. If one is very much afraid that he may go astray, then there is no possibility of traveling. Patience is nothing but a fragrance of trust. The night is dark, but one trusts that the dawn is coming. Each moment it is coming closer and closer. Maybe the night is actually becoming darker. In fact, it becomes darker before the dawn comes. So the actual may not be helpful to the possible. The actual may be saying, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? The night is getting darker than ever before. The dawn must be going further away and the distance is growing greater. This is simple logic. The night is getting darker, so the dawn cannot be very close. You are losing track. There is no point in waiting anymore. Once a person is blissful, he is blissful forever. But the quality that has to be learned is of awaiting, of patience, of trusting that whenever the time is ripe, it is bound to happen. It is inevitable. This is what I call trust, and trust is the essential core of a seeker. Your mind is constantly hijacking you from the present moment either into the past or into the future, but it never allows you to be now, to be here. By infinite patience is meant that I trust, I am not worried, I am not rushing for tomorrow. I will rest in this moment. I will allow this moment its totality. I will explore this moment with my totality. Then, immediately, without even a second in between, something wells up within you. Something overwhelms you. A kind of music, a kind of melody, a feeling of well being. As if everything is as it should be, you are at home, nothing is needed, all is perfect. That feeling is bliss, that everything else as it is right. It is absolutely okay. It cannot be better. That feeling is bliss, but that feeling is possible only when you relax, are patient, and unhurried. And that's what meditation is all about. Seeking is nothing but a style of life of living moment to moment without hankering for the future. Just living the present totality that the mind has no time, no space to go anywhere else. So absorbed, so utterly involved, drunk with the present. Bliss is something that comes from you, the beyond, not created by you, but only received. One has to learn how to wait for it. One has to learn the art of waiting. Patience, infinite patience is needed. Bliss is always something that comes from the beyond. It is always a gift, never an achievement. You cannot be ambitious for it. You can only pray. You cannot desire it. You can only wait. If your waiting is total and your patience is infinite, it comes in its own time. And when it comes of its own accord, it transforms your whole being. When somehow you manage to bring it, it never comes in the first place. And what comes in its place is something false, manufactured by the mind. Apparently, it is bliss, but only apparently. Deep inside, the torment continues. The nightmare continues. You remain sitting on the volcano. It can empty any moment. But when real peace, real bliss, real silence descends from the beyond, not that you bring it, but when it comes, showers on you, slowly, slowly penetrates and permeates your whole being. You are transformed, you are no more the same person. The old is gone and gone forever. The new has come and the new knows no death. The new is eternal. अमी च त्वां धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः सर्वे सहैवावनिपालसङ्घैः भीष्मो द्रोणः सूतपुत्रस्तथासौ सहास्मादीयैरपि योधमुख्यैः वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाणा विशन्ति दंशाकरालानि भयानकानि केचिद्विलग्ना दशान्तरे दशानन्तरेषु सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैरुत्तमाङ्गैः. What are the teeth of God that Arjun is referring to? He mentioned them in the previous verse as well. We use our teeth to grind our food. God's teeth are his force of destruction that grinds everyone to death with the passage of time. Arjuna sees the great Kaurava generals Bhishma, Dronacharya and Karna, and also many of the Pandava generals rushing headlong into the mouth of the Lord to be ground between his teeth. He is beholding the imminent future in the cosmic forms of God. Since God is beyond the limits of time, so the past, present, and future are visible within Him in the present. Bhishma, the grandsire of the Kauravas and the Pandavas, was son of Shantanu and Ganga. To facilitate his father's wish for remarriage, Bhishma renounced his right to the throne and also took a lifelong vow of celibacy. However, Bhishma had continued to support Duryodhana despite knowing very well that he was evil and was usurping the right of the Pandavas. Thus, he was destined to die in this war of goodness versus evil. The Srimad Bhagavatam describes Bhishma's prayer to the Lord when he lay on the bed of arrows at the end of his life. Here we get the quote from Bhagavatam as Sapadi Sakhi Vacho Nishamya Madhye Nijaparayorbalayoratham Niveshya Sitavadi Parasainika Yurakshna Hritavati Partha Sakhera Tirmamastu. In obedience to the command of his friend, Lord Sri Krishna entered the arena of the battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjuna and Duryodhana, and while there he shortened the life spans of the opposite party by his merciful glance. This was done simply by his looking at the enemy. Let my mind be fixed upon that Krishna. Dronacharya was the guru of martial arts for both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. He was so impartial that he taught more about military science to Arjuna than even to his son Ashwadhama. However, he felt obliged to help Duryodhana because he was financially dependent upon him for his maintenance. Thus, Dronacharya too was destined to die in the war. Yet his heroism could be judged from the fact that when the Pandavas were unable to slay him by any means and approached him for help, he told them the way in which he could be killed. Karna was the bosom friend of Duryodhana, and so he fought from the side of Kauravas. He too had heroic qualities. When Sri Krishna disclosed to him he was the oldest son of Kunti and the Pandavas were actually his brothers, he asked Sri Krishna not to disclose the secret to Yudhishthira, or else he would stop trying to kill Karna and would lose the war. Since Karna had taken the side of Duryodhana in the war, he too was destined to die. The different qualities of living entities, but they good or bad, are all created by Krishna and they are described here. Intelligence refers to the power of analyzing things in proper perspective, and knowledge refers to understanding what is spirit and what is matter. Ordinary knowledge obtained by a university education pertains only to matter, and it is not acceptable here as knowledge. Knowledge means knowing the distinct distinction between spirit and matter. In modern education, there is no knowledge about the spirit. They are simply taking care of the material elements and bodily needs. Therefore, academic knowledge is not complete. Asammohaha, freedom from doubt and delusion, can be achieved when one is not hesitant and when he understands the transcendental philosophy. Slowly but surely he becomes free from bewilderment. Nothing should be accepted blindly. Everything should be accepted blindly. Everything should be accepted with care and with caution. Shama, forgiveness, should be practiced, and one should excuse the minor offenses of others. Satyam, truthfulness, means that facts should be presented as they are for the benefit of others. Facts should not be misrepresented. According to social conventions, it is said that one can speak the truth only when it is palatable to others. But that is not truthfulness. The truth should be spoken in a straight and forward way so that others will understand actually what the facts are. If a man is a thief and if people are warned that he is a thief, that is truth. Although sometimes the truth is unpalatable, one should not refrain from speaking it. Truthfulness demands that the facts to be presented as they are for the benefit of others. That is the definition of truth. Self-control means that the senses should not be used for unnecessary personal enjoyment. There is no prohibition against meeting the proper needs of senses, but unnecessary sense enjoyment means detrimental for spiritual advancement. Therefore, the senses should be restrained from unnecessary use. Similarly, the mind should not indulge in unnecessary thoughts. That is called shama or calmness. Nor should one spend one's time pondering over earning money. That is a misuse of the thinking power. The mind should be used to understand the prince necessity of human beings, and that should be presented authoritatively. The power of thought should be developed in association with persons who are authorities in the scriptures, saintly persons and spiritual masters, and those whose thinking is highly developed. Sukham, pleasure or happiness should always be in that which is favorable for the cultivation of the spiritual knowledge of Krishna consciousness. And similarly, that which is painful or which causes distress is that which is unfavorable for the cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Anything favorable for the development of Krishna consciousness should be accepted, and anything unfavorable should be rejected. Bhava means birth should be understood to refer to the body. As far as the soul is concerned, there is neither birth nor death. That we have discussed in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. Birth and death apply to one's embodiment in the material world. Fear is due to worrying about the future. A person in Krishna consciousness has no fear because by his activities he is sure to go back to the spiritual sky, back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, his future is very bright. Others, however, do not know what their future holds. They have no knowledge of what the next life holds. So they are therefore constant anxiety. If we want to get free from anxiety, then the best course is to understand Krishna and be situated always in Krishna consciousness. In that way, we will be free from all fear. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that fear is caused by our absorption in the illusory energy. But those who are free from illusory energy, those who are confident that they are not material body, that they are spiritual parts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and are therefore engaged in transcendental service of the Supreme Godhead, have nothing to fear. Their future is very bright. This fear is condition of persons who are not in Krishna consciousness. Bhayam, fearlessness, is only possible for one in Krishna consciousness. Ahimsa, non-violence, means that one should not do anything which will put others into misery or confusion. Material activities that are promised by so many politicians, sociologists, philanthropists, etc., do not produce very good result, because the politicians and philanthropists have no transcendental vision. They do not know what is actually beneficial for human body can be achieved. The human body is meant for spiritual realization. So, any movement or any commissions which do not further that end commit violence on the human body. That which furthers the future spiritual happiness of the people in general is called non-violence. Samata means equanimity, refers to freedom from attachment and aversion. To be very much attached or to be very much detached is not the best. This material world should be accepted without attachment or aversion. Similarly, that which is favorable for prosecuting Krishna consciousness should be accepted. That which is unfavorable should be rejected. That is called samatha, equanimity. A person in Krishna consciousness has nothing to reject and nothing to accept unless it is useful in the prosecution of Krishna consciousness. Yas's fame should be according to Lord Chaitanya, who said that a man is famous when he is known as great devotee. That is real fame. If one has become a great man in Krishna consciousness and it is known, then he is truly famous. One who does not have such fame is infamous. All these qualities are manifest throughout the universe in human society and in the society of the demigods. There are many forms of humanity on other planets, and these qualities are there. Now, for one who wants to advance in Krishna consciousness, Krishna creates all these qualities, but the person develops them himself from within. One who engages in the devotional service of Supreme Lord develops all the good qualities as arranged by the Supreme Lord. Of whatever we find, good or bad, the origin is Krishna. श्रेयकांताय कल्याण निधे निधेद्राम श्री वेंकटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मंगलम मंगलाशासनपरेर्मदाचार्य पुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्ये सत्कृतायास्तु मंगलम्.